guys, welcome back. So I'm going to be doing my standard boilerplate eyeshadow look. It's very 90s supermodel inspired, earth tones, browns, just a touch of black, but really soft, kind of smoky, definitely sultry bedroom eyes. I'm going to be using a custom MAC palette that I built myself. And I'm going to be working with a lot of the earth tones that you see here, and then a little bit of the black for some more definition, if you guys can see that. I will try to remember the names of my colors, but I'm not, once they're like in the palette, I'm not that great with it. So I've done my brows and my foundation and highlighter, contour, and blush and all that stuff. So I'm just going to go right in with, I think this color that I'm using is this lighter color right here. I believe this is Arena from MAC. And I'm using an Inglot eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to put that on the lid and then take that up into the crease. And I'll go as high as the inside of my eyebrow, but I leave the brow bone completely untouched because that's meant to stay really light and poppy. And this is just sort of acting as like a neutral eyeshadow base to even everything out, because I do have the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer as a concealer, acting sort of as like a eyeshadow primer. I'm also going to take the Arena with the same eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go under my eye. And I don't want a heavy liner under my eye, but I do want to build up a little bit of shadow and depth with some of these lighter colors. Because in my observation or studying of that 90s supermodel makeup aesthetic, I feel like they all kind of did that a little bit. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go in with another eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go in with this color, which is called Brown Down. Or Down Brown. Brown Down, it's another MAC color. And this one is going to go on the lower lid. And I'm just going to kind of tap that in, and that's not going to go into the crease. That's just going to stay on the lower lid. For me, like the quintessential 90s supermodel was sort of like a brown smoky eye. With just a little bit of definition around the lashes with black. Not too heavy. Again, it was a very made up look, but it was like a hyper exaggerated or supernatural look. Again, for me, like 90s aesthetic wasn't about perfection. It was just about working with what you had and celebrating what you were given. So that's why I like this one a lot, because it's a nice, soft, but still super glamorous look to do. And again, everything's just really super blended. And then I'm going to go in with another Inglot eyeshadow brush. And this is like a little fat, chubby guy. And I'm going to go in with just like a teeny tiny bit of MAC Carbon. And I'm going to mix it with the Brown Down. And then that's going to go into the crease. But just on the outside, I'm going to stop where like the highlight for my brow bone stops, because I don't want to get too crazy on the inside of my eye. So a couple dabs in the Carbon, a couple dabs in the Brown Down, flick off the excess, and it goes right into the crease. Or like they say in England, the socket. I love that term, the socket. I don't want to use it because I'm not English, but I love hearing it when other people talk about it. Into the socket bone. And then once that's applied, I'm going to go in with, this is a MAC, I think it's a 222 brush, and I'm just going to blend that. And it's not a heavy, I'm not pushing down into my skin. It's very light, little circular and back and forth motions, just kind of tickling the skin to blend it. And I didn't put anything on the brush. It's just a clean brush that I'm using to blend those colors and build up that definition on the outer portion of the eye, which creates a little bit more width because women's eyes are generally a little wider set. So if you have your focal point on the outside of each eye, when people look at you, their eye has to travel a greater distance between those two focal points, which creates the illusion of a wider set eye. And then we want to just kind of bring it up into the brow bone a little bit. And don't worry about, you don't want to go up to the eyebrow, but you do want to blend it in. And don't worry if you feel like you're losing a little bit of the highlight on the brow bone, because we're going to come back and we're going to put a little bit of highlight on there. And then I just wiped off the excess and went right back into blending on the other eye. And I'm kind of blending the contour into the bottom of my eyebrow, if you see that, but keeping it very faint. And then just working this color up and creating that like neutral smoky eye. I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to take an angle brush. This is an Inglot angle brush. And I'm going to go into the Brown Down by Mac, shake off the excess, and then that's going to come in on top of Arena on the lower lash line. And I'm just going where my natural lashes are. I'm not extending into the inside corner, and I'm not winging it out at all. And then I'm going to take this little Inglot, it's a crease brush, but I'm just going to use it to kind of smudge and blend this color together, just kind of connecting it to the shadow that I did on the top and smudging it down a little bit, because again, it's like a smoky eye, but just not super dramatic smoky, sultry smoky. And I'm leaving the inside corners of my eyes a little bare to keep them open so that they don't look closed off. And then I'm going to take another eyeshadow brush. This one is a MAC 239. This is like my dedicated highlighter brush. It's the only brush that I use. And I'm going into this color right here, which is rice paper. So we had Arena, we have Brown Down, Carbon, and now rice paper. Flick off the excess, and that's just going to come in underneath the tail of the eyebrow. And you can extend it a little past the eyebrow for a little drama, and that's it. Next we're going to go in and we're going to tightline the top lashes, and then we're going to put a little bit of white on the bottom lashes. For my tightline, I'm using the Marc Jacobs eyeliner. This one is, it's the black one, but I'm not sure what the actual name of it is. But again, I'll put all of the information and links in the description box down below. And then what we're going to do to tightline is we're actually going into the lash bed. So I'm using my hand mirror and I'm tilting my head back and opening my eyes while looking down so I can really get into the lash bed. And it's just going to tighten everything up and accentuate the lashes. You can see the difference between this eye and this eye. And it's just going to give us a little bit more definition, a little bit more drama, so that when we put our lashes and everything else on, you're just stacking layer upon layer to give your makeup just a supernatural level of dimension, which I really like. I like to blink a couple times because sometimes it'll shift or it takes a minute to set, and some of it's going to transfer onto the lower lash line, and I don't want it to compete with the white that I'm going to be putting underneath my lash line. This is MAC Fascinating, and to do the waterline, you just kind of pull down your lid a little bit, and you're not going inside the eyelid, you're just going where the lashes kind of come out, that little pink area. And you don't want to overdo it because we're not trying to like do a clown look. But what we want to do is we just want to open up the eyes a little bit because we're not trying to do a diva smoky eye. We just want to do that 90s sort of supermodel sultry eye. And with the white, we can actually take it a little bit on the inside corner, just like that. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a quick line of liquid eyeliner so that we have something to put our base, our lashes on, a base. And this is the Almay liquid liner in black. I've used it for years. I like it. It's easy to work with. And for this, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not doing any kind of crazy wing or anything like that. We just want to trace the upper lashes so that we have a base to put our false lashes on. I know when I do my face makeup, I like to switch to my left hand. But there's no way that I feel I could do a liquid eyeliner with my left hand. It's just not going to work. All right, so we've got that on. And then next we're going to take our lashes, and I use lashes from a company called Elegant Lashes. You can find them online. Again, I'll try to put the link down in the description box below. And I've got two different pairs. These are Faux Mink ones, and they're super light and they're super realistic, and I really don't need to do much to them. I'm going to take a little bit of the Duo Lash Grip from Ardell, and I'm going to put a thin strip, and I'm using the dark one because when it dries dark, and so it's like an automatic liner, and it's just like another layer of dimension to your makeup. And so I just put a thin layer on the lashes. People use all different kinds of things. A really common thing for people to use is weave bonding glue. If that's your preference, if you like that, then by all means use it. I don't use it just because I don't feel that I need to use something that wasn't made for eyelashes if the Duo Lash works for me as well as it does. Now while that sits and gets tacky, I'm going to take my Shu Uemura eyelash curler. I'm still holding on to this one. It's like 10 years old, but I absolutely love it and I refuse to get rid of it. I just go to Sephora and I get the little replacement cushions for their eyelash curler, and then I pop them into this one when it gets a little worn out. So I'm just going down to the base of the lashes. I'm curling them for maybe about a count of 15 to 20. Just enough to get a little bit of bend so that they blend into the artificial lashes. I probably look all crazy with this thing on my eye. It's just giving me like the Superman 3 moment where the sister got sucked into the supercomputer and turned into a robot. I absolutely love that scene. I made my husband watch it like 15 times until he got sick of it, and I was still like ready to go for more. So anyway, now that I've curled them, we're gonna go in. This is Benefit Roller Lash. It's a new mascara for me, but I really like it because it's got this like thin little rubber applicator brush. It's not like the traditional longer bristles, so I feel like I can really get down to the base of the lashes. I wiggle the wand back and forth, and then I just sweep it out. So I'm really getting a lot of the mascara application on the base of the lashes, which is really where you want it. And then we'll just put a little bit on my lower lashes. Now you'll notice I didn't do like that cooking trick where you put a bunch of powder under the eyes, because I'm really not working with a lot of product. I'm not working with a lot of black. There's not going to be like a super amount of fallout. So any little bit that I have, I'm just going to take my powder brush with a little bit of Studio Fix on it, and I'm just going to brush that away. No muss, no fuss, no big deal. So now that the lashes have had time to set a little bit, I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm just going to sit them on the lash bed as close as I can to the lashes. I'm going to make sure that they're not too far inset because you don't want them to pinch the inside corner of the eye. And I like to set it on the inside corner, and then I set it on the outside. And I set the lashes on the inside, like right on the lash bed, But then on the outside, there's like just like a sliver where I put it up a little bit, not super high, because this isn't about, you know, like a super exaggerated look, but it just keeps the lashes from drooping down on the corner. So that was set pretty well. I'm going to go in with my second strip lash and just repeat the same process. So as close to the lash bed as I can on the inside corner, and then just raising it up ever so slightly on the outside corner. And then as it's drying, you can push it up on the outside corner. So push it up like that. Push this side up like that. There we go. And then at this point, you could put bottom lashes on if you want to. I feel for this look, for like that supermodel look, you really don't have to. But when I do like photo shoots or when I'm on stage, I do put some small bottom lashes on. Again, I get these little like wispy guys. I think these are also from Elegant Lashes, but I like these because it's not a full block of lashes, but it just gives me that little bit of extra definition while maintaining a little bit more of that like sort of neutral clean line on the bottom that is so stereotypical of that 90s supermodel look. So I'm going to put those on, and then for some reason I feel bottom lashes don't require as much time to get tacky, so I just put the adhesive on, and then while I'm putting the adhesive on the second one, I feel like the first one's had enough time to set up. And maybe it's because I don't blink my lower eyelids, but I blink my upper eyelids, which is why it takes more time for them to set up. So I just come in with my tweezers and I put them right underneath my natural lashes, right onto where I applied that, the eyeshadow, to create that little bit of shadow and base for these. And I did cut them down so that they don't go past my natural lash line. And then with these, you kind of want to coax them down just a little bit. But that's about it. I mean, that's kind of like my stereotypical look. And then you can go in with a little bit more, if you wanted to, of the MAC Carbon on your angle brush. Just flick off the excess. And then just on the, underneath the lashes, just put a little bit of that on there. Just tapping it on. Not too dramatic, but just to give you a little bit more definition. And this is really kind of my stereotypical 90s supermodel eyeshadow look. So if you have any questions, please comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.